Hello and welcome everyone to tonight, October 6th of 2025. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the midst of a massive sea change in my life. I will be moving out of this house in about 5 days. So lots going on in my life, and this full moon in Aries is at about the right time. So I do want to share tonight session with people that have not joined one of these. So I'm going to be doing it just a little bit different so that the people who want to see what this is like before they sign up can totally do that. And so this one will be posted in YouTube format for the general public to check this out. So thank you again for being here. And we continue to travel together through the intense energies of this great evolution and ascension of humanity. So tonight is a supermoon, meaning that the moon is brighter and closer to the planet than at other times during the year. This amplifies and magnifies the energy of the work that we are doing more so than just a regular full moon. So it is a beautiful night to do this, and we're going to start by getting ourselves into the right frame of mind for the sacred work that we are coming together to do in honor of ourselves tonight. So please, if you have an oracle deck, now would be a good time to place your favorite oracle deck, if you have one, to your left side to invite the resonance of receiving and charge it with the energy that we are creating together tonight. So I also invite you to hold your crystal in your hands, and we're going to place our hands over our hearts. So please take a nice deep breath and get comfortable in your body, having the intention to be present here and now, knowing that we are safe and protected to be here, and that each one of us will respond to this energy according to our own inner wisdom. Please affirm with me: we shine our light. We are now going to activate our universal calibration lattice toroid of consciousness. This is the totality of our energy field, which includes all of our chakras, meridians, magnetic field, and more. Please focus on your center below, which is approximately 24 inches beneath the bottoms of your feet, and affirm with me: I honor my body presence. I am here. Now take a deep breath. And let's bring our awareness to the infinite, eternal part of ourselves. Please focus on your center above, which is approximately 24 inches above the top of your head, and affirm with me: I honor my soul presence. I remember I am. Another deep breath. And let's focus on the column of light and energy flowing through the core of our being that contains all of our chakras. Please focus on your core consciousness and affirm with me: I honor my spirit of infinite love and wisdom presence. I know I am. We join together through braiding the light fibers of our individual universal calibration lattices to create this activation and clearing today, honoring the uniqueness and inner wisdom of each person present. We take another deep breath, and we acknowledge the beautiful benevolence and abundance of Gaia. We ground ourselves deeply into the earth, bringing in the energy of garnet to assist us in tuning in to the new frequencies of the planet. Please affirm with me: I honor you, Gaia, my beautiful home. Thank you for supporting us, nourishing us, and loving us always. We take another deep breath, And we join our intentions together right now to create a heart coherence, knowing that we too are surrounded by the energies of benevolence as we pray for intervention. As we heal ourselves, we heal others. As we heal others, we heal ourselves. Take another deep breath, and you may close your eyes if you wish. Dear God, Source, Creator, Universe, we thank you for our lives. We thank you for this moment. We thank you for all that came before and all that ever will come after. We come before you today to ask for assistance in letting go of all that is no longer serving us and in bringing forward the attributes within ourselves that will best help us to create the most benevolent outcome in our lives for ourselves and for our precious family of humanity. We ask for these changes to occur with as much ease and grace as possible. May the energy of solutions arise in every area that they are needed, and may they be obvious. Dear Spirit, light our way with synchronicity. Make us look and help us to see these signposts in our path. We also ask this on behalf of all who are praying for intervention and help now. We thank you for all assistance in this and for the unconditional love and support that is always flowing to us. Amen. Namaste. If your eyes were closed for the prayer, you may open them now, and you can go ahead and set your crystal aside on top of your oracle deck. So today is October 6th, and we are in the hunter's moon or the harvest moon, depending on who you're asking. It is the full moon closest to the autumnal equinox. This is an Aries full moon, and it's acting as a mirror, showing us what must end, what is to be honored, and what should be released. This energy is asking us for courage, truth, and action in service of our own highest good. It is helping to reveal the things that we have carried for far too long on our own, especially those things that no longer belong in our lives. Old suppressed emotions are surfacing now, urging us to face and heal the things that we have been hiding from, especially around the themes of being too independent, carrying too much, and being unwilling to ask for help. Hi, this one's all about me, I'm sure. Uh, we are being asked to separate what sustains us from what drains us and to figure out what are our blessings and what are our burdens. This is a true turning point, a closing of one circle to make space for renewal and preparing ourselves to step into the next phase of life, both lighter and clearer than what we were before. Understanding the difference between healthy self sufficiency and the tendency to fight against and abandon oneself. As a supermoon, this energy is quite intensified, which is yay. Um, and it represents a climax in the energy of reaping the harvest that we have planted in the course of our life. So notice what is bringing you a sense of fulfillment and reward at this time. And make sure going forward that you prioritize your own desires and your own needs. As this cycle passes, the Aries energy asks us to really tap into that energy of boldness and blaze a new trail towards what we want with enthusiasm, while strategically considering our long game in relation to our current goals. So, this is an incredibly powerful full moon to do this release and this activation. And as I am a mere 5 days away from moving, I feel it is particularly potent in my life. And according to the few people that I've talked to, there are a lot of people with very similar things happening in their lives that looks very individual. So, thank you for choosing to join with me today. And my intention is that this ceremony will be supportive of helping each one of us to create for ourselves a life that it is in alignment with our soul's unique path. So now I'd like to do a little bit of an oracle check-in with my favorite prism oracle. And I would just like to know, in the course of this full moon, what is it that we need to know right now today? So this is going to be 5 cards: energy moving out, energy moving in, the lessons we are learning right now, advice from our higher self, and the outcome of this period in our lives. So, first card is energy moving out, and the energy moving out is fear. How appropriate for an Aries full moon. So, the energy moving out is fear. And to me, this is very personally relevant as I am stepping forward into living in my own place in a brand new state, in an area that I've only traveled a couple of times. And actually taking serious action to make the changes that I have needed to make in terms of my health and in terms of my business. So, the card says this card is a call to summon the courage to face your fears while honoring them at the same time. Moments like these are often the most definitive in life and act as the greatest teachers and catalysts for positive change. What is it that's holding you back? Why are you afraid? Sitting with these questions will help you tap into your power and greatest potential. Acknowledging and moving past your fears will help bring you into a greater sense of alignment with yourself and with the world around you. And so I feel like on a collective level, part of this is about exhaustion. Like, the powers that be have played the fear trumpet for so long that so many of us at this point are just like, whatever. The world is ending. So what? I still have to pay bills and be at work on Monday. And I feel like we are shifting our attention away from these fears that have been so prevalent and so captivating for so long. And that for me is a welcome change. I myself turned off the news long ago. I don't ever watch the news because you know what? Let all the bad stuff in the world go on without me. I've got enough to handle in my own little circle here. I pay it just enough attention to stay informed, but I don't watch any videos. I get mine in written format so that they can't manipulate me with the music and all of that other stuff. And I feel like more and more people are making that kind of a choice, moving away from that energy of fear on a collective level. And I think it is about time. It's time to stop letting fear rule our lives. And it's time to be brave. It really and truly is, especially in service of our own dreams, our own goals, that purpose that we chose to come here to fulfill. What is it, the fear that's holding you back? For me, if I had to put a name on it, fear of being alone, fear of no one coming with me, fear of having to do everything by myself. Well, you know what? Can't let it stop me anymore because I value myself too much to stay stuck, to wait for anyone or everyone to decide to catch up with me before I make a decision. It's time. So I love that fear is the energy that is moving out. Energy moving in. Passion. We've got some passion moving in. All right, world, let's make it happen again. I don't think a more perfect aligned card for what's moving in could have come up in alignment with this Aries energy. So, passion. How you perceive passion can depend on what lens you view it through. Passion may be associated with lust or temptation, or it may suggest optimistic action like a fire in your belly. This card encourages celebrating your passions in whatever form they take. It asks you to acknowledge the flame that sits within you, whether it is a deep conviction, interest, or love. Find what stokes that inner fire and embrace the excitement that comes along with it. And so, again, personally, I don't think that that could possibly be more relevant because here I am. I'm truly about to chase my dream. I have a dream of waking up every day healthy in my body, with peace in my home, and a thriving business. And so these are the things that I am reaching for as I'm getting ready to change my life entirely. And so I would invite you to consider, what is it that lights you up inside? In fact, start thinking about that now because that's going to be part of our activation in just a minute. So, the lesson that we are learning right now is stop. Stop. So, this is another red card, and it's literally the next page in the book. So, this card asks you to stop and reflect, collect your thoughts, and maybe even just take a break. It may also be a good time to think about what stopping might mean to you. Is it a forever stop? Is it pause? It is time to move forward, but with a change of direction. So I feel like, again, this feels related to the energy of the fear that's moving out. What are the fears that we can stop letting control us? And it also feels like this is an invitation to truly let go of some of those things, those people, those relationships, those jobs, the things that we are allowing to hold us back. Because oftentimes, the thing that we are allowing to hold us back is simply a story that we're telling ourselves. And maybe we can stop telling ourselves that story. So, just as a personal example, with my move, the only reason that I was able to make this happen is because I stopped telling myself the story that I couldn't do it on my own. And I think that this is a beautiful lesson that we are learning right now about what is it that we need to stop in our lives in order to stop holding ourselves back. How about it? So, now advice from our higher self: peace, peace. What a beautiful bit of advice from our higher self. And truly, I mean, that is definitely the direction that I'm moving in, and I'm doing my best to move with. So this card says, when shining light through a prism, all the colors are revealed in a rainbow. White light is the combination of every color within the visible spectrum working harmoniously together. When this card is drawn, it is an invitation to bring a sense of peace into your life. This may come to you after a period of turmoil as a sign of healing, or you may find it when the mind is quieted during a simple meditation, or when you take a moment to just stop and reflect. Open up your heart and let peace come to you. Accept this gentle offering of healing and stillness. I mean, that is some really beautiful advice. And I think that it's an important part of figuring out exactly what it is that we need to stop in our lives, exactly what the fear is that's moving out and we're letting go of. Because just like when the water is turbulent, you cannot see your reflection in the water. It is only when the water is still and peaceful that you can see your reflection clearly. And so, before we just start taking wrecking balls to our lives, I'm definitely not recommending that everybody take as drastic a step as I have. If you need the wrecking ball, please do take it. But just take some moments to truly consider with peace, what is it that you would really like to stop, to let go of? And can you just invite that peace into your heart more often so that you can enjoy the clarity that it brings? The outcome of this period in our lives, confidence, confidence. And I love that card. That is such a cute card. All right, confidence. Confidence is not a fixed attribute. It is something that we are continuously working to build throughout our lives. In a reading, this card signifies that it is the right time to start working with and enhancing your own sense of self confidence. How can you build more confidence in your life in a meaningful way? As an outcome for this period in our lives, I could not have picked a better card, honestly, because this master activation that we are setting up to do here in just a few minutes is all about helping us to build self confidence in our lives, to be able to say what we mean and follow through on what we say. We're going to be activating our personal energy field to bring that attribute into alignment for ourselves. And you will also have the ability to do this activation again if you have a new goal, if you have a new desire, if you have a new dream, if you feel like you want to brush up on that confidence, on that drive, the discipline, and the delight that you wish to invite into your life. So now we're going to pull 3 cards from the Power of Surrender deck, asking what is this full moon encouraging us to surrender at this time? So I'm going to shuffle this 3 times. That's number 2. And then we're going to give that a cut. And so the first thing that we are being invited to surrender. Surrender to passion. Surrender to passion. This card says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. This corresponds with the energy moving in. I could not have picked, I mean, I just shuffled. I didn't arrange this. I love when the universe gives us synchronicities like this that are so clear. We are very, very clearly being asked to examine our lives and figure out what lights us up on the inside. So definitely be thinking in that direction. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. This is something that I teach. We all have this inner barometer, but we've all been kind of taught to ignore what our body has to say about it. And we mostly just look down at this thing and go, gosh, I hope this thing works. But our body can tell us what is true or false. Our body will give us clear signals about what is good for us and bad for us if we develop that communication and start listening to it. This is all about surrendering to your intuition, truly, because the intuition manifests in your body. And if we start paying closer attention to our body, we can start having more of those answers that we keep seeking from the outside. So I love this. I love that card. And then the third thing, oh my, surrender to your intuition. Just what did I literally just say? Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Surrender to your intuition. Like literally, this particular reading, it's all about getting reconnected with ourselves, our deepest, truest selves. And that is fully in line with what this full moon is all about. So, as you are thinking about things that you would like to give up and surrender is part of this release. Consider what areas in your life are being blocked in terms of knowing your passion, in terms of being in touch with your body, in terms of being able to be in touch with your intuition, because those are the things that we are being asked to surrender, are blocks to those. So I think that that's amazing. And now, something new I would like to do right now, incorporate a little bit of ancestral healing into this particular process. So, I am very curious if there are three things, either an emotion or belief, in our shared ancestry that are related to this full moon that are ready to be released right now. So I'm going to release these through my own lineage because that's just the easiest to do. But I am intending to release three major energies that are affecting all of us, both here in this ceremony now and watching this later. So, are there three things in our shared ancestry we can release? The first one, is this an emotion, a belief? We've got a belief coming up. Column A, column B, we've got something under passion. Column A, we've got something under choices. Section 1, 2, section 2, number 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4. Here's a belief: my head and my heart conflict. So is this inherited from my mother, father, inherited from my father, from his mother, father, from his father? How many generations back? More than 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, more than 750, 760, more than 755, 755, 6, 7, 757 generations back, starting with the male, female, starting with the female. I mean, this feels actually like this ancestor had a choice between two suitors, and one of which made more sense up here, and the other one made more sense here. And it was very, very difficult because she felt pulled in both directions relatively equally. So, how many times have we in our lives been stuck between our heads and our hearts? So we release the inherited belief, my head and my heart conflict, that came down my father's side of the family tree. We release this from all past and future generations. From every family member that has been touched by this belief, we release it right now. Have we released that? Yes. Second one, is this an emotion, a belief? We got a belief. Column A, column B, we've got something under power. Column A, we've got something under ability. Section 1, 2, 3, section 3, number 1, 2, 3, number 3. Here's a belief: I'm not strong enough. Is this inherited from my mother, father, inherited from my father, from his mother, father, from his father? How many generations back? More than 500, 600, 700, more than 650, 60, more than 655, 650, 651, 651 generations back. Starting with the male, starting with the female, starting with the female. Do I need to know anything else? No. I mean, this feels like on a physical level, not feeling strong enough. It feels like there was malnutrition and starvation involved. It feels like the body was just weak and all of the work still needed to be done, but not being able to keep up with the work because her body was breaking down due to this famine. So we release the inherited belief, I'm not strong enough, that came down my father's side of the family tree. We release this from all past and future generations. From every family member that has been touched by this belief, we release it right now. Have we released that? Yes. And the third one that is ready to be released, is this an emotion, a belief? We've got another belief. Column A, we've got something under love. Column A, column B, we've got something under others. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 5. Here's a belief: everyone is against me. Inherited from my mother, father, inherited from my father, from his mother, father, from his father. How many generations back? More than 500, 600, 700, more than 650, 60, 70, 80, 90, more than 685, 685, 6, 7, 8, 9, 689 generations back. Starting with the male, starting with the male. Here is a guy who actually did some kind of dirty stuff. Feels like he was telling people stories, different people, different stories, all to build himself up and to get himself ahead in life. And then here's the thing: people talk, they start comparing stories, and now everybody's mad at him. And he is blaming everyone for being against him without holding himself accountable for creating that situation. So this feels relevant in my life because I have definitely felt like everyone was against me. And it took a long time for me to understand that a lot of my choices and actions were the direct reason for that. Easier to just be, poor me than to accept accountability. That was a much earlier phase in my life, but truly, once I took responsibility and changed my behaviors, people were a lot more with me. So I would say on this one, I've kind of been a teeter-totter on that energy in my life. So we release the belief, everyone is against me, that came down my father's side of the family tree. We release this from all past and future generations. From every family member that has been touched by this belief, we release it right now. Have we released that? Yes. Dear ancestors, thank you for bringing forward these energies to release in order to support us. We send quantum healing back in time to you now, showing up in support for you to ease these burdens, restoring love, integrity, and wholeness to these wounded parts of our lineage. We forgive ourselves. We forgive everyone and everything. We mark all these karmic patterns as done and never to be repeated. We invite you, dear ancestors, now to bring forth all of the blessings from our lineage needed to support us in our evolution with as much balance, ease, and grace as possible. Thank you, dear precious ancestors. Thank you, beloved family. Thank you. And with that, we're going to take a few moments to write down all of the things that we are most interested in releasing from our lives. I am going to set a timer for 4 minutes. And so, whatever comes to mind, no need to force it. Please just start writing those things down. It doesn't need to be terribly complicated. Uh, just whatever comes to mind. And if you are done before the 4 minutes are up, or if you need a little bit more time, that is totally okay too. I would also suggest folding your paper in half and reserving half of it for some of the things that we're going to write down about what we want just a little bit later on. So All right, there's our timer. Time is up. So if you need a little bit more time, you are welcome to do that. So we are going to just fold that to a clean side of the paper and leave that in front of you. Now let us take our crystal. We're going to put that in our left hand over our heart, and we're going to put our right hand on our list of things to release. Please take a deep breath and close your eyes. Dear Spirit, you see what is in our hearts and you know what is in our souls. We have identified these energies as no longer serving us, and we ask for assistance now in releasing them with ease and grace from our lives. We give permission for these things to move out of our lives and to be replaced with new ideas, new inspirations, new connections, and new energy that is more supportive of our soul's deepest purpose in accordance with our own inner wisdom and the unconditional love of Source. Thank you. All right, so you can go ahead and put your crystal back down on your left side. And it is time to do our universal calibration lattice activation called the Divine Drive, Divine Discipline, and Divine Delight activation to support our ability to create the life that we desire for ourselves. So we are going to go into the presentation now as designed by Peggy Phoenix Dubrow in order to activate our toroid of consciousness to support these principles in our lives. So hang on here, I'm coming to this lovely PowerPoint presentation. So this is an on-the-go activation, which means that after we do this full activation, you're actually going to receive a much shorter version that you can do for yourself anytime that you wish to empower yourself again with these energies. And this is all about integrating all of these beautiful parts of ourselves, mind, body, heart, and soul. So, this master activation is offered in the frequencies of infinite love, the love that has no beginning and no end. In these frequencies, we are alive, we are electrical, and we are transformative. Remember that you are saying yes to yourself and evolving according to your own inner wisdom. Speaking of confidence, which is the outcome of this period in our life, look at this lovely slide here. Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you believe in yourself, magic happens. And then Peggy makes this note to herself, more magic, please. So I want you to consider some of the masters on this planet. If you were to say, go up to the Dalai Lama, who is a living master on this planet today, and say, thank you, Dalai Lama, for everything you're doing with this planet in order to make it a better place. Do you think that he would be like, ah, shucks, it was nothing. I'm not really doing much at all. Do you think he would talk down to himself? Or do you think that he would say thank you and just graciously accept that compliment, as some of us have such trouble doing? Um, I mean, truly, if you've ever met a highly evolved spiritual person, they believe in themselves. And this is our invitation to learn how to believe more in ourselves. Because as precious and beautiful as these loving masters are, we are masters in practice. And so part of becoming masterful in this life is learning how to be compassionate, to be kind, to be loving, and to extend those not just to others, but to ourselves. So, our focus for this master activation is about activating the frequencies of conscious confidence through the universal expressions of divine drive, divine discipline, and divine delight. And who does not love to be delighted? We are evolving our ability to generate and direct our energy with increasing precision from the energy patterns of desired support that we are activating today. We're also going to learn about the anterior mid cingulate cortex area of our brain and why this is important. And we're going to continue to develop these hybrid habits with the anions dynamic. So, if you were with me last month for our previous activation, we already were working on developing hybrid habits with the anions. So, what is a universal expression actually? It is a new frequency of coherence to enrich your ability to live energetically aware. The language of energy evolves. Divine drive. So, this is the part that I want you to use your pen and paper, and I want you to think about what brings you joy, passion, and motivation in your life. What do you feel inspired to give the world personally and collectively? This is our gift of love, both to ourselves and to the world around us. This is about self knowledge. I love to fill in the blank. So explore and enjoy this idea, this concept of I love to. What is it that you love to do? Please take a moment and fill in that blank right now. I love to. What is that for you? All right. So if you need another moment, please feel free to keep writing. I'm done writing mine. So think about what the meaning of divine drive is for you. Listen to your heart intelligence. Observe your actions. What are the actions that inspire you to smile and to feel more alive? What are you willing to do even when there are challenges that need to be faced? What are you doing when you're feeling the greatest sense of purpose in your life? Is there an individual or something that inspires you? And what are you going to do with yourself if you've got all the time in the world and nobody's looking? It's kind of like what we're looking for is those things that you want to do, even if nobody's going to pay you to do them, even if somebody's trying to stand in your way. What are those things that you want to do no matter what? Those are the things that define your drive. Now we're going to talk about everybody's favorite divine discipline. This is cultivating your ability to focus your attention on what you want to accomplish, especially with consistency. We all know that you can't just go and do one thing of yoga and expect to be flexible for the next 30 years. Like that just doesn't happen. You don't do a warrior pose once and then reap the benefits forever. If you want the benefits of the warrior pose, you need to do the warrior pose consistently. And so, with that consistency, we also need to allow time for our energy to flow into those patterns of support. It is about practicing and following through. Divine discipline. I know when and how. So this is going to be another one of those things that we're going to contemplate and maybe write a couple of things down. So explore and enjoy this idea, and please add more of your insights as they occur to you, because where our attention goes, energy flows. That's a basic truth. That's also part of the reason why I decided to take my attention away from all of the bad things going on in the world as much as I can. And trust me, I do get caught up again sometimes. It just happens. But where we put our attention, our time, our effort, that's what we're going to get more of out of the universe. So we want to practice focusing more on what we want and what we want to accomplish. We learn to dissolve procrastination and indecision with this focus. We want to practice allowing time for the energy patterns of support to form. The more that we consistently do an action in a certain direction, the more that momentum builds. So imagine what this energy pattern might feel or look like to consistently be moving in the direction of your goal. Let a course of action form itself in your heart and mind. Evolve a sense of timing for being in action, because there are times to be in action and there are times to be still. And our intuition can help guide us as to which one is which. And we want to unify as many facets of our own being as we can. The more that we do this, the more that we are going to invite success and blessings of peace-filled empowerment into our lives. And when that happens, we get to experience divine delight. And who does not love to be delighted? We are all about experiencing this new sense of freedom as we learn to consistently direct our energy and achieve what is meaningful for us. It's a practice, and the more we practice, the better we get. Divine delight means that we have the freedom to wholeheartedly live life. And contemplate this idea. Explore and enjoy, and you are welcome to add more of your own insights. So, what are some of the small accomplishments that we can celebrate? So, a couple of small accomplishments from today. I cleaned out 3 areas in my office and got them packed up for my move. I got an important phone call done, and I took care of clients on top of that. Plus, I'm doing this now. These are all small accomplishments. And I have been finding the more that I have been acknowledging and giving myself gratitude and attaboy for these little things, the easier it is becoming to stay motivated, because I'm not just glossing over the things that I accomplished anymore. I'm actually acknowledging them. And it is building my confidence that I can do these bigger things. The more that we are able to accomplish by choice, the more delighted we become. We experience a profound shift in perceiving when we acknowledge those simple joys of life and the freedom that exists in that pleasure. Pleasure is not a bad thing. Pleasure is a big part of human motivation. And I feel like it's really important to cultivate pleasure in our lives. And part of how we can do that is by speaking really kindly to ourselves, by giving ourselves some attaboys, by celebrating those little accomplishments that we do every day that otherwise we just don't even think about. I made my bed today. Congratulations. That's an accomplishment. I washed the dishes today. I wash the dishes every day. That is an accomplishment. We want to learn to live authentically in our present moment and express appreciation for what we have accomplished. All of those jobs well done, those little jobs well done. When's the last time you said, "Good job, me, you got the dishes done"? When's the last time you said, "Congratulations, you folded the laundry" to yourself? How about, "Hallelujah, you went grocery shopping and now your fridge is full for the next week. You did an awesome job at that." Like, life becomes a lot better and happier. And that's something that I've truly experienced for myself with these activations, as I have learned to give myself more acknowledgement, more attaboys, more pats on the back for these little things that I otherwise was just glossing over as the stuff of life. Like, I feel a heck of a lot better about myself, and I would love that for you too. So, Peggy Phoenix Dubrow is a wonderful mentor towards me. Everything that she does is inspired by science and backed by human imagination, innovation, and evolution. So this is the now sciency part of this, and we're going to be talking about the anterior cingulate cortex. This is where it is located in our brain. So that thing that is outlined by the black is our anterior mid-cingulate cortex. So imagine, sense, feel, and contemplate this area of your brain. We have learned to focus on the pineal gland to bring about these enlightened states of awareness, to open our third eye. However, this is a different part of our brain that is very, very important because it brings about states of increased willingness power, increasing our ability to practice divine discipline through the magic of neuroplasticity. When you focus on an accomplishment that you do not want to do, like the dishes, but you do it anyway, like the dishes, this area of the brain grows. Also, when we do not do something that we want to do right now, for instance, add to cart, and we instead delay the reward until I can pay for that out of my debit card instead of putting it on my credit card, as a for example, this area of the brain grows and becomes thicker. The greater the thickness and functional connectivity of the anterior mid-cingulate cortex are, is associated with higher levels of cognitive performance in both memory and in achievements of your chosen goal. The AMCC plays a crucial role in processing effort and exertion, influencing your willingness or non willingness to do challenging tasks. The anterior mid-cingulate cortex is also connected to our emotional regulation, particularly in the context of motivation and goal pursuit. So, this is also part of the reason why it is so important to celebrate those little accomplishments, to give yourself the attaboy when you do something that you didn't want to do, or when you do a little bit of delayed gratification. Your brain becomes a lot more willing to do the hard things when it is receiving consistent positive reinforcement. We can't make the world give us consistent positive reinforcement, but we can certainly give consistent positive reinforcement to ourselves. It is important that we know about and become friends with this part of our brain. So here's another picture of this cortex here. So notice the cingulate gyrus, blue, is above the corpus callosum, gold. The corpus callosum is the primary region of the brain consisting of white matter that connects both the left and right cerebral hemispheres of the brain. So, this is what unites our thinking brain with our feeling brain. So, the AMCC acts as a crucial hub within the brain, integrating information from multiple neural networks involved in various cognitive, emotional, and motivational processes. It is very important. Understanding this part of our brain can lead to a greater self awareness regarding how motivation, effort processing, and goal pursuit physically affect us and are part of our sacred body. This also helps us to better recognize and regulate our behaviors and our responses. And it allows us to tap into a greater pool of willingness. And our willingness is analogous to our willpower. How willing are you to make those changes that you need to make? So imagine, sense, feel, and contemplate increasing the thickness of your anterior mid cingulate cortex and increasing your ability to direct your energy as a superpower. From the pineal to the anterior mid cingulate cortex, magic happens. Consciously practice doing those things that you know are good for you. Will you choose the path of divine discipline most of the time, as much as you possibly can? Or will you choose the path of regret? And it's okay. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. But the more we return to practicing our discipline, the easier it becomes the next time, and the fewer regrets we will ultimately have. So the idea is to keep practicing. So we're going to be working with our universal calibration lattice toroid of consciousness. This is an overview of what our toroid of consciousness looks like. And as a human being, we are in the center of that. And then you can see our chakra centers lit up in the center of that human being. Knowledge of the universal calibration lattice has helped thousands of people all over the world to grow in strength and wisdom, and I am for sure one of them. This structure of light and energy sets the foundations for living in coherence as we continue to expand our consciousness. As we discover and learn to express more of who we are, the lattice offers new ways of translating the frequencies and new information into usable knowledge in our daily life. And so I think we're going to go ahead and move to the activation now. So hang on a second. I'm going to stop this share here. And then I'm going to pop over to a different place. And then we're going to get started on the activation itself. So here we go. This is a little bit of a read along. So we are going to visualize your universal calibration lattice. Sense it, feel it, and know it is an extension of your nervous system. It is the energetic circulatory system that supports your evolutionary consciousness. We focus on our feet and our center below. Allow the energetic exchange between your body presence and the earth, Gaia, to become stronger in the frequencies of the love and wisdom that have no beginning and no end. Please affirm with me. Source, God, Creator, Universe. I honor my body presence. I am here. I welcome the energies of my divine drive, my divine discipline, and my divine delight. Born of the earth and of the stars, you may choose the evolutionary path of wisdom beyond what has been. Discover your unique expression of wild wisdom. Choose to live as a wholehearted presence of peace filled empowerment and inspire others to do the same according to their inner wisdom. Now focus on your crown center and your center above. Welcome the ever evolving awareness of your soul presence and your connection to the universal field of all life. Please affirm with me. Source, God, Creator, Universe. I honor my soul presence. I remember I am. I welcome the energies of my divine drive, my divine discipline, and my divine delight. Awareness of your soul presence naturally flows through the entire being. Welcome your ability to remember the universal language of energy and how to communicate as the authentic, multidimensional being you are. Focus on your core consciousness, the central column of energy within your universal calibration lattice. Know your core consciousness radiates through every cell of your body, every layer of your DNA, and every light fiber of your being. Please affirm with me. Source, God, Creator, Universe. I honor my spirit of infinite love presence. I know I am. I welcome the energies of my divine drive, my divine discipline, and my divine delight. In the frequencies of your divine drive, divine discipline, and divine delight, may you serve and support the evolution of consciousness that is now possible, personally and collectively. As you honor the field of all life, you continue to develop new ways to co-create in the spirit of infinite love, wisdom, gratitude, and more. Divine drive, self-knowledge. I love too. Now we are going to focus on our heart center and our high heart center. Gently tap on your heart center and high heart center and breathe deeply. Now place your hands on your heart center and your high heart center. And if you like, smile to yourself. Please affirm silently or aloud. In this moment, I am choosing to direct my energy with enthusiasm and a sense of purpose to experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. I love to do this. So you may notice that I put in my little affirmation there, what I was intending to direct my energy to. So you are welcome to do that for yourself. And we're going to do this 2 more times. In this moment, I am choosing to direct my energy with enthusiasm and a sense of purpose to experience peace, health, and happiness, and inspire others to do the same. I love to do this. In this moment, I am choosing to direct my energy with enthusiasm and a sense of purpose to experience peace, health, and happiness, and inspire others to do the same. I love to do this. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the frequency of love that you are generating. There will be varying intensities of loving what you do and doing what you love. You will learn more about yourself as you observe these variations. Breathe deeply again. Please affirm silently or aloud. I welcome the unique and motivational energy patterns of my heart intelligence to universally express through my thoughts and actions. I am lovingly and wisely inspired. Breathe deeply. Affirm silently or aloud. In this energy of my divine drive, I love to, and I invite you to fill in what you wish here. And I'm going to do this one more time. In the energy of my divine drive, I love to take good care of myself and others. Now we focus on our solar plexus center. Gently tap on your solar plexus center and breathe deeply. Then place your hands on your solar plexus center and affirm silently or out loud. I honor the authenticity of who I am as I align my sense of self with my divine drive, and my divine drive aligns with my sense of self. We repeat 2 more times. I honor the authenticity of who I am as I align my sense of self with my divine drive, and my divine drive aligns with my sense of self. I honor the authenticity of who I am as I align my sense of self with my divine drive, and my divine drive aligns with my sense of self. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the frequency of love you are generating now. There will be varying intensities of loving what you do and doing what you love. You will learn more about yourself as you observe these variations. Breathe deeply again and affirm. I evolve my abilities to braid the energies of the love that has no beginning and no end through all the expressions of my daily life. Breathe deeply and affirm silently or aloud. In the energy of my divine drive, I love to. Please allow your consciousness to finish this affirmation. I will do mine. In the energy of my divine drive, I love to take really good care of myself and really good care of others. Now we focus on the base of our spine and our sexual creative energy centers. Gently tap directly beneath your navel and breathe deeply. Then place your hands directly beneath your navel and affirm silently or aloud. I acknowledge my divine drive and welcome the energy patterns of life-enhancing creativity generated as I consciously commit to. You put your activity or activities here, and I'm going to state mine. Experience peace, health, and happiness, and inspire others to do the same. I acknowledge my divine drive and welcome the energy patterns of life enhancing creativity generated as I consciously commit to experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. I acknowledge my divine drive and welcome the energy patterns of life enhancing creativity generated as I consciously commit to experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the frequency of love you are generating now. There will be varying intensities of loving what you do and doing what you love. You will learn more about yourself as you observe these variations. Breathe deeply again. And please affirm, I deepen my conscious union with the source of my being. I am always willing to become more of who I am. Breathe deeply and affirm, in the energy of my divine drive, I love to. Please finish that sentence as you are inspired, and I will do mine. I love to experience peace, health, and happiness, and inspire others to do the same. Divine discipline, self-trust, knowing when and how. Now focus on your crown and third eye center while gently tapping. Gently tap your crown and your inner eye center. Breathe deeply. Then hold your hands open, palms facing above your ears. Focus on your pineal gland. Breathe deeply. Now focus on your anterior mid-cingulate cortex and breathe deeply. You may naturally generate strength of presence and gratitude for your amazing physical body. Now hold your hands in front of your heart in prayer position and intertwine your fingers. Please affirm, silently or aloud, I know divine drive motivates me, and I know divine discipline evolves and empowers me. We're going to repeat 2 more times. I know divine drive motivates me, and I know divine discipline evolves and empowers me. I know divine drive motivates me, and I know divine discipline evolves and empowers me. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the feelings of increasing unity within your own being. Know that these deeper levels of personal harmony within you truly contribute to deeper levels of harmony in the world. Please affirm silently or aloud. I invite the various unique expressions of who I am now to unite and focus upon my consciously chosen actions. Please insert yours here. My consciously chosen actions of experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. I am harmoniously united within. Breathe deeply. Affirm, In the energy of divine discipline, I trust that I know when and how. Now we are going to focus on the back of our neck. Gently tap the back of your neck. The template of the universal human is here. This area is also called the mouth of God. When you are ready, continue to tap around your collarbone and then lightly hold your hands in place to frame your throat center. Breathe deeply and affirm silently or aloud. I speak directly to the energy pattern of my chosen actions of experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. And I allow time for the calibration of this pattern to continue to form. We are going to repeat 2 more times. I speak directly to the energy pattern of my chosen actions of experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. And I allow time for the calibration of this pattern to continue to form. I speak directly to the energy pattern of my chosen actions of experiencing peace, health, and happiness, and inspiring others to do the same. And I allow time for the calibration of this pattern to continue to form. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate your chosen actions and be open to the details of this action. Practice feeling consciously confident. You have a wealth of knowledge within and the integrity to evolve your ability to direct your energy as you choose. Breathe deeply. Affirm silently or aloud. I may continue to evolve my course of action as I co-create one step at a time and allow for quantum leaps of energetic awareness in my daily life. Breathe deeply. Affirm silently or aloud. In the energy of divine discipline, I trust that I know when and how. Now we focus on our high heart center and our heart center. Hold your hands palm up in front of your high heart and heart centers as if you are holding this energy pattern. Breathe deeply. Affirm silently or aloud. In my practice of daily divine discipline, I affirm that my spirit of unity strengthens my ability to masterfully direct my energy in wisdom and love. We're going to repeat 2 more times. In my daily practice of divine discipline, I affirm that my spirit of unity strengthens my ability to masterfully direct my energy in wisdom and love. In my daily practice of divine discipline, I affirm that my spirit of unity strengthens my ability to masterfully direct my energy in wisdom and love. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the power of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Breathe deeply and affirm silently or aloud. In support of my universal expression of divine discipline, I practice keeping my thoughts clear and focused. I may recalibrate at any time as I organize my thoughts that will generate the emotions and actions that are best for me. Conscious coherence serves me well. Affirm silently or aloud. In the energy of divine discipline, I trust I know when and how. Final pattern. Universal expression, activation of divine delight, self-love, freedom to wholeheartedly live life. Now let's focus on our spine as the energy rises from the base of our spine. Place your hands beneath your navel, breathe in love, and breathe out divine delight. Place your hands on your solar plexus center, breathe in love, and breathe out divine delight. Place your hands on your heart and your high heart centers. Breathe in love and breathe out divine delight. Affirm silently or aloud. I radiate more of who I am and who I choose to become. I consistently and lovingly practice the masterful directing of my co-creative energy. Life is good because I am. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. I radiate more of who I am and who I choose to become. I consistently and lovingly practice the masterful directing of my co-creative energy. Life is good because I am. I radiate more of who I am and who I choose to become. I consistently and lovingly practice the masterful directing of my co-creative energy. Life is good because I am. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the radiating of your co-creative energy and the conscious confidence that you are nurturing within yourself to live your life as you choose. You are here. You may choose to be of service and support, personally and collectively, as much or as little as you decide. Breathe deeply and affirm. In this moment, I am divinely delighted just as I am. Breathe deeply and affirm. In the energy of self-love, I co-create freedom to wholeheartedly live life. Now we move our focus to the top of our shoulders and gently tap on the top of your shoulders. There are energy centers here that calibrate the responsibilities you accept as you continue to universally express and enlighten yourself in this time of the great evolution. Rest your hands on your shoulders or move them to your high heart center as you choose. Please affirm. I am divinely delighted as I express more of who I am and choose how I respond in the co-creation of my personal world, my co-creation in the collective world, my co-creation in the universal world and beyond. Breathe deeply, and we repeat 2 more times. I am divinely delighted as I express more of who I am and choose how I respond in the co creation of my personal world, my co creation in the collective world, my co creation in the universal world, and beyond. I am divinely delighted as I express more of who I am and choose how I respond in the co creation of my personal world, my co creation in the collective world, my co creation in the universal world, and beyond. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate your ability to enjoy your life's journey. Breathe deeply and affirm with increasing confidence. I accept the responsibilities that fulfill my wholehearted beingness. I welcome new insights as I live my life here on planet Earth. May I inspire others to do the same according to their inner wisdom. In the energy of self love, I co create freedom to wholeheartedly live life. Now we focus on our hips, knees, and feet. Place your hands on your hips. There are energy centers of co creation located on the outside of your hips, thighs, knees, and calves, and on the tops and bottoms of your feet. Breathe deeply and take some moments to imagine, sense, feel, and contemplate these beautiful energy centers. You may keep your hands on your hips or you may place your hands on your knees. Your choice. We affirm silently or out loud. My foundations are firmly calibrated in the frequencies of divine drive, divine discipline, and divine delight, all according to my inner wisdom. All is well. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. My foundations are firmly calibrated in the frequencies of divine drive, divine discipline, and divine delight, all according to my inner wisdom. All is well. My foundations are firmly calibrated in the frequencies of divine drive, divine discipline, and divine delight, all according to my inner wisdom. All is well. Breathe deeply. Sense, feel, and contemplate the leap of evolutionary enlightenment that is now available to you. It's time to begin again, to Phoenix. Breathe deeply again and affirm, I am here. I remember I am. I know I am. Final affirm. In the energy of self love, I co create freedom to wholeheartedly live life. Oh, I love that. I love it so much. Oh, that feels good. How are you guys feeling? I love it. I feel like it was just so good. It just makes me want to smile. Ah, so now that our toroid has been activated, there are 4 angels that are stepping forward to assist us in the balancing of our energy field, the releases that we have intended, and the manifestation of our chosen goals. And so I'm just going to shuffle this real quick. And 4 angels are going to come up to support us. The first angel is on our right side, supporting the energy of giving, and that is Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is showing up to support our energy of giving. And this card says, stand in your power, be true to yourself. That is beautiful. Oh, it makes me laugh. The second angel is behind us, supporting the energy of our past. And this is Lord Wywivsil. That's a word that I've not encountered before. But he says, accept and send healing. You are a being of the universe. What a beautiful energy to support our past, to accept it and send healing. How beautiful. The third angel is to our left, supporting the energy of receiving, and this is Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel. And he says, shimmer with diamond light and learn to express your creativity. I think that we need to get creative about learning how to receive. I don't know about you guys, but I've had a little trouble with receiving in my life. I know how to give, but I'm opening those receiving channels now. And thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for coming in to assist that. And the angel in front of us supporting the energy of our future is Archangel Aniel. Archangel Aniel. And she says, seek soul satisfaction, fan a flame of inner happiness. Oh, what a lovely support for our future. That is absolutely beautiful. How absolutely beautiful. So we are going to finish now with a short rebalancing intention, and we hereby disconnect our energy and return to the sanctity of our own sovereign selves, grounding ourselves deeply into the earth. We honor all who we have connected with today, transmuting any energy that does not belong to us into only love, light, peace, healing, freedom, truth, and abundance through all space-time continuum, and returning each person's energy back to where it belongs. We now honor ourselves as we cleanse and rebalance each one of our chakras in rainbow flame. As each flame lights, it restores the proper speed, brightness, and direction to each chakra center in accordance with everyone's own inner wisdom. Red flame, orange flame, yellow flame, green flame, blue flame, indigo flame, violet flame. We send all inappropriate energies that exist in our beings into the black flame, into the null, into the void, into non-existence. We light the white flame of infinite, unconditional love of the Creator and bring it in down through our crown chakra, down through our entire chakra system, bringing them into vertical stacked alignment and grounding this energy deeply into the earth. We honor our center below, body presence. Please affirm, I am here. We honor our center above, soul presence. Please affirm, I remember I am. We honor our core consciousness, spirit of infinite love and wisdom presence. Please affirm, I know I am. We choose now to release all patterns in karma that are no longer serving us, and we choose now to embrace the attributes of mastery that we have cultivated through ourselves today, and to practice this in our lives going forward. We are so very grateful for the healing that has taken place today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much for being with me this evening. This concludes our ceremony, and now comes the part that you do just for you. So take your list that you have written out and you are going to burn it. Always fun to play with fire. Please do this outside under the light of the full moon if it is safe for you to do so. If it is not safe for you to do so, you can do this in your kitchen over a pot on your stove with the fan on to remove the smoke. As you burn your list, please express gratitude that these things are leaving your life now in whatever way feels most right to you. I also encourage you to spend a little time outside, bare feet on the ground, under the light of the full moon, contemplating what has just taken place and what it means to you. Speak with your angels, talk to Mother Earth, speak with the moon, connect with your spirit. Speak with the divine in the way that feels right to you and ask one simple question. Dear Spirit, please tell me what it is that I need to know. And just feel for the response. Now, that would be a good time to do the reading for yourself from your favorite oracle deck to receive your answer. And Spirit will respond in the way that is right for you. I encourage you to pay attention to thoughts, feelings, sensations, knowings, sounds, songs, numbers, animals, or items that show up within 24 hours of this event. So if you feel like you have trouble hearing the messages of spirit, give intent. Dear Spirit, show me that you are there. Make it obvious. Help me to know and feel more strongly. Thank you. Depending on how many layers of programming you may have, it may take time to open your connection to spirit so that you can truly feel this. So it is okay to practice that, to do that affirmation over and over. Keep reaching for spirit, because as much as you are reaching for spirit, spirit has its hand out reaching for you. So do pay attention to those signs, because they may not show up in exactly the way that you think. And you can even give instructions on a specific sign that you want. So, for example, it is fall right now, and you can say, please show me the beach. And, you might not walk out your door in the morning and see a beach in front of you, but you might maybe see somebody's bumper sticker that says life is better at the beach, or maybe the scene behind you. That could be one of the signs, but they don't always show up in a very literal way. And anytime you see one of those signs, say to spirit, thank you, please bring me more. That helps to deepen your connection with spirit. And the more that you pay attention, the more that you notice and give gratitude for those signs and synchronicities, the more those experiences will increase in your life. And so this helps us to tune into our intuition better and can really introduce more ease and grace into our journey. And who does not want more ease and grace? Now, your crystal that you were using for this event has been charged with the energy of this ceremony and will support you through the process of letting go what you are releasing and activating what you have engaged. I invite you to put your crystal under your pillow tonight. Pay attention to your dreams, as there may be messages for there for you too. And it can be very helpful to journal your dreams in the morning, as those are slippery and tend to fade away very quickly, or even to journal about your experiences today. So, thank you again for joining me on this beautiful journey. I will continue to do these once a month, and I hope that you will join me again next month and share this experience with your friends. So, the more the merrier. I invite you all to keep joining me, and I hope that you have enjoyed this and get a lot of beautiful benefit from it. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening. Bye now.